Hi, everybody. Welcome back to ISC West 2022. Chuck Harold, SecurityGuideTV.com, here at the RadSecurity.com booth. My next guest, Mr. Joe Anaya, OnViewSolutions.com. They're at booth 20137. Mr. Joe, welcome to the show, my friend.
Thank you so much for having me. Appreciate it.
Now, what does OnView Solutions do?
Well, OnView Solutions is a monitoring company. Basically, what we do is we provide active deterrent solutions for our customers. We're nationwide. So congratulations to our team.
Yeah.
We basically provide active deterrent solutions to prevent the intent of criminal activity. I have a law enforcement background obviously in that industry. So
Can I come this way a little bit? Can I divulge your secret?
Sure.
Your background. He said prevent intent because he's a former police officer like myself. We get this stuff.
Absolutely.
This is something missing in cybersecurity because the guys who program the ones and zeros, bless their hearts, not the same background. We know people.
That's right.
They know numbers. When you put these two things together, it's highly effective.
That's correct.
Talk to me about some of your vertical markets and how you're achieving this, because
Sure.
I think this is something people assume is happening, but it really isn't unless you actually program it in.
Well, the first part of the process is really to identify pain points. So vertical markets really can fit crime deterrence in any vertical. It can be retail, it could be property management groups, it can be just about anything, loss prevention. What we don't see right now is we don't see monitoring in 24-hour environments. That's where employees or people that are really supposed to be the ones that call the police.
Right.
And, they close shop, then we monitor. Well, we provide more solutions that allow our customers to partner with us in sending us real-time events. So we can monitor those events, be more of a deterrence. It's all about the active deterrent model.
Right. Now, are you using AI and automation in this part? Because, when I was in the studios, let's see, the Fox Network Center, we had 125 cameras. And I wouldn't put a guard on that desk more than an hour because their eyes roll up in their head. And, it doesn't become preventative. But tell me the difference between prevention and deterrent. There's a fine line there.
Sure. It really prevention starts with what you just said. The active deterrence is, remote video, right? Remote video monitoring,
right.
Remote audio, visual deterrence. These are things that get into the psychology of the criminal, and that's what we're missing. We're missing the psychology beyond the technology. Criminals are more, looking for vulnerability. How we prevent the intent is with response. So you have your active deterrence and you have your response coupled together. Now you have a deterrent model that works.
Now I've done, let's see, your show number 2,421, and I have never heard someone speak to this issue, believe it or not. No, because they talk about my camera records in 4K and 7K.
Sure.
You know what? I know my laptop was stolen. I don't need a picture of it because it's not here. Tell me how you're going to prevent this with all this technology. Why aren't we being more preventative, and why aren't we deterring more? And that gets back to the 3 Ds. Yeah. Detect, deter, and delay.
And disrupt.
And disrupt.
Yeah.
That's right. Basic security, yeah.
Absolutely. Well, detect, deterrence, and disruption is really our key elements in how we get criminals to understand that this is a solution that is going to spread. It's going to be in the next part of our properties. It's not going to be something that, like an alarm system where we respond and actively try to call the police to get them to respond. We provide an on-demand guard response as part of our solution. I understand that very well. Law enforcement background,
right.
I can tell you, police officers are not running and screaming to a call of a nuisance in front of your store or your property.
Right. Now, talk about automation. So we're here at the RAD booth, robotic assistant devices, autonomous devices that take the place of some of these functions like guards. Yep. And by the way, we're going to have to replace police, aren't we? There are not enough of them anymore.
That's right. They're getting hurt.
When did you go in? What year did you go in?
I started in 1999.
All right, so I started in 83. I think we had about 1.2 million police officers. Now we're down to what, 750,000?
That's right.
What, did somebody put out a memo, there's no more crime? It's not good.
It isn't.
We need that 1 million policemen back. We're not going to get them.
No.
Not going to happen.
No.
So if we don't replace this with some autonomous stuff, we're going to have a problem.
Absolutely.
How are you guys incorporating autonomous devices into what you do? There's the hardware, the firmware, the software. It's not fully automated, but It's getting there, isn't it?
It is. It is. I think the first part of that question, when we talk about automation, it really applies to the audio part of our solution. So, anytime a system does not have an active deterrent solution involved in it, whether it's an automated message. The message itself is an automation that has a deterrent line of messaging to the criminal, right? This is how to protect your property from the front end. When the intrusion happens, that's where we really get into the nuts and bolts of our solution. That's where we need to now either create a response, through the system or dispatch a response, but it has to happen.
And ASA now.
Exactly.
Right.
So without response, you really just have a system that's monitored for the purpose of calling the police. I wouldn't be in this business if that's all we're gonna. That's the only solution we have is to call 911. We
Now,
have
how
to
do you
respond.
program that though, so we don't get false positives, false negatives,
Sure.
all that kind of stuff? Because it's not really a traditional alarm system.
That's correct.
It sounds like it, but
Sure.
it's not, right? But you still could have sort of a false response, maybe.
Absolutely. That's why you need your back end is really important. We use MX, so MX technology usually. We use a global platform that has, alarm filtering technology, Avalon, Vigilant, AI platforms that
stuff,
work. So you really need that to really help your crime analyst. A true AI is in the software development with rules, but really the crime analysts are the ones that deploy the response to that. So if you don't have anyone really watching and analyzing that data, then you just have half the solution.
That's right, have a solution. Excellent. Joe Nye is CEO of OnViewSolutions.com. Their booth, not booth, it's a stand now. I don't know why it's a stand. 20137. Check them out at IC West. Good to meet you, my friend.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you for
Appreciate
your
it.
service.
Yeah, thank you very much.
All right, back in a minute here at Security Guy TV, IC West 2022.